Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Kled. We're going to be doing the champion trailer, the voice lines, as well as the theme, and anything else like the biography and the story on the League of Legends website. This is really awesome. This is going to be my first Yordle reaction. And then, like I've said in previous videos, we are somebody that's only watched the ARCANE show. I have about 5 hours of League of Legends gameplay in me, and that's honestly it. So all of this stuff is pretty much brand new to me. Check out my other reaction videos to the other characters if you want to see what I've learned so far. But let's go ahead and hop into our first Yordle reaction. All right, everybody, let's start off with the Kled champion teaser. Now, we did watch this a month or so ago when we were reacting to all the League of Legends cinematics, but let's go ahead and rewatch it. I remember a little bit of it. I think it's Kled and his I don't know, his mount. That might be too much. Is it a mount? Is it his friend, his pet? I have no idea. Right. It's the reunion of them. Maybe we'll learn why they were separated. Nothing's gonna keep these two apart from each other, huh? The tooth. This is a pretty good animation for like 6 years ago. Although I guess it's not really movement or anything, but I don't know. Okay, there's Kled. Kled looks wild to me. Okay, we need to know about the eye and the scar. Love it. Chaos all around them, and all they care about is each other. Love it. Cool. That's a good start. Ah, very cool. Let's actually do the champion spotlight gameplay next. No, that's 9 minutes. That's a long time. Do we want to watch that? Let's watch it. Instead of looking at the abilities and stuff, let's just go ahead and do the champion spotlight. And then after this, we'll do his theme.
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Kled, the Cantankerous Cavalier.
The Cantankerous Cavalier, okay. Is that a halberd that he has for a weapon?
Get back in there.
Halberd? Halberd? Is that what it's called?
Kled is an ornery little guy. Always a rabble-rouser.
Now, obviously, this is a little old.
He's gotten even more violent, crazy, and eccentric.
So it could be a lot different than now in League of Legends, but...
Of course, those characteristics only make him more beloved by the soldiers of Noxus.
So he has to have good movement, right?
Kled has fought in every campaign ever waged by the Noxian legions, acquired every possible military title, and has never once backed down from a fight.
Wow. That's interesting.
It's hard to tell if those stories are true.
Oh,
but
okay.
One thing's for sure. When Kled decides to charge into battle, somebody's gonna die.
Huh. He's a war veteran. Look at that. All right, abilities. Let's take a look.
Kled's passive is also his one true friend in the world, Skaarl the Cowardly Lizard. Skaarl has his own health bar and takes damage in Kled's place. Any bonus health Kled picks up through items, runes, or masteries applies specifically to Skaarl's health bar.
That's cool.
Kled and Skaarl have a complicated relationship.
That's interesting.
The Cantankerous Cavalier always wants to go ham, but Skaarl is a little less courageous in the face of danger. Whenever Skaarl's health bar gets depleted, the spineless critter will flee the battle.
He flees?
Leaving Kled to fight alone.
Oh, is that what the reunion is, though, when they come back together after he flees? He's cutting fish for him.
While he's dismounted, Kled won't have access to some abilities and deals less total damage, but he gains extra range on his auto attacks and extra movement speed while heading toward enemy champions or after successfully attacking.
That's really good character design.
All's not lost when the lizard leaves. After a moderate cooldown, Kled can rebuild Skaarl's courage, which is tracked by a secondary resource bar.
Oh, I see it.
By attacking major objectives like
cool.
turrets, epic monsters, and champions, or by last-hitting minions, he'll inspire his cowardly companion to return to the fight.
Okay.
If Kled is able to remount his untrusty steed, he'll get a portion of Skaarl's health back. Returning to the fountain always brings Skaarl back as well.
Oh, okay. That's easy enough.
Kled has 2 separate Q abilities, one when he's mounted and one when he's on his own.
Oh, that's very cool.
When he's riding Skaarl, he'll be able to throw out
bear
his
trap
bear
on
trap
a rope.
When Kled hurls his deadly hillbilly contraption, it
That's
damages
cool.
all enemies it passes through and
very
clamps
cool.
onto the first enemy champion hit.
That seems
Tagging
like a good
enemy
ability.
champion with the bear trap tethers them to Kled. If unbroken after a few seconds, Kled reels in the rope, pulling the enemy toward him while applying a slow and a nice chunk of damage.
Cool.
If Skaarl has fled the scene, Kled throws away his bear traps and unholsters his
Pocket
pocket
pistol.
pistol. His diminutive Derringer uses an ammo system and damages the first enemy's hit in a cone.
Pushes
while
him back
knocking
as well.
Kled back in the process.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pocket Pistol is Kled's only tool outside of basic attacks for restoring Skaarl's courage, so use it wisely because each bullet that hits enemy champions will bring Skaarl back faster.
Okay, cool.
In lane, Bear Trap on a rope is like a big hug for your lane opponent. The tighter you squeeze, the harder it is for them to get away.
Yeah.
Use it to keep them in lane until they're really, really comfortable. Pocket Pistol's knockback effect is also the best way to run away from a fight, if you absolutely have to.
Run away! His abilities seem good so far.
Kled's W is a passive ability, Violent Tendencies, that works the same whether or not Kled is mounted on Skaarl.
Okay, it's a passive.
Whenever he attacks, his Bloodlust triggers, increasing attack speed for the next 3 attacks. The final Frenzy Blow deals bonus damage based on a percentage of the target's maximum health.
Wow.
Use it or lose it. Whether you get through your frenzied attacks or not, Violent Tendencies will go on a short cooldown before it can be triggered again.
I see. Yeah. Okay, so increase attack,
When
basically?
laning, try to save the empowered attack. You never know when Kled will need to jump into a fight because a Poppy got sloppy.
Because a Poppy got sloppy. That's not a phrase I think I need to hear
Kled's
again.
E is Jousting, and it's only available while he's riding Skaarl.
Okay.
The Yordle Lizard duo quickly dashes,
I want to know what it
damaging
becomes when he
all
doesn't have
enemies in
Skaarl.
their path.
That seems like a good ability.
If Jousting
for sure.
hits an enemy champion, Kled gains a short burst of movement speed and a small window to reposition for another tilt at the same target, again damaging everything in his path.
Okay, you can go again. Very cool.
When combined with Bear Trap on a rope, Jousting makes Kled obnoxiously sticky, even for champs with a whole pile of dashes and dodges at their disposal.
Who is this?
That voice in my head won't stop making god-awful puns.
If you're going in deep, Jousting also works as an escape, but be careful. You can only keep Jousting while you're in the saddle.
Right. So what
Kled's
happens?
ultimate ability is called
Okay.
Charge!
Okay.
When activated, Kled and Skaarl hurtle
Why am I not
toward
surprised
target
that he
location,
charges
dodging around
in?
terrain, building up a shield, and massively boosting the movement speed of allies in their wake.
Whoa. That seems nuts. Okay.
Skaarl homes in on the first enemy champion encountered, ramming them to deal a percentage of the target's max health and damage, which increases the farther Kled has traveled.
Whoa.
Together, Kled and Skaarl make for a rather unstoppable force.
That's cool that it
Neither
boosts
crowd
your
control nor the player can
teammates,
stop
too.
them during the ultimate.
Wow.
The range on Kled's ult is big, like half the map big. It hits hard and fast and can't be canceled once you've activated. So if you're going ham, make sure you're ready to go whole
You can't
hog.
cancel it.
Pop your ult to charge into the fight
Wow.
and reclaim your territory.
Wow, very cool. That seems like a fun ult. That seems like a really fun ult to use.
Thanks to Skaarl, Kled has a stronger than average early game that he can use to his advantage. Here, he jousts twice through the transforming Gnar, dodging minion aggro and wallop on the return trip.
Oh, that was cool.
When his foe turns tail to run, Kled chases with a tether from Bear Trap on a rope, unbroken by dismounting. Kled can use the dismounted movement speed he gains and a timely flash to stay in range for the final shot.
Nice.
When Kled
That looked like
drops
some
to low
skilled
health,
Kled
offense
player
can
there.
be more effective than defense, as Kled can embolden his Craven
Yeah,
companion.
he seems like an
and get
offensive
Skaarl's second
character.
health bar back by fighting.
For sure. More than
Here,
a
Kled
defensive
displays
character.
his violent tendencies to Kale, then kites back with Pocket Pistol.
Yeah?
Kled steals himself, flashes into melee range, and hits all the Pocket Pistol bullets, just barely maxing out
Wow.
the courage in the air, regaining his reptilian buddy at the last possible
Wow,
second.
which gave him some more HP there. That's very cool.
Kled isn't just about slaying opponents. He's only about slaying opponents. When Victor finds himself trapped between Malphite and a river wall, Kled jousts in to capture the rock type with a bear trap on a rope and melts him down with violent tendencies.
Kled looks really fun to play.
Thanks to his incredible stickiness, Kled can make almost all his flash plays worth. Kled tags Nami with the red buff slow before sticking to her with another joust.
Wow, he looks super fun.
Food for Skaarl. Still, Nami is a strong counter to Kled in the right situation. Kled lines up a near-perfect ultimate, but
wow,
Nami
look at that.
takes the revenge with a well-timed tidal wave.
Yeah.
Kled cannot stop or cancel his ultimate, so he's all in from the word go.
Yeah, the ultimate,
swept up behind
as
him,
much
Kled and Skaarl
fun
find
as it
themselves up the creek
seems,
without a paddle.
it could definitely
Nami's
put you in a
payback
bad
leaves the
position.
duo sleeping with the fishes.
But it's just like one of those all-in kind of ultimates.
When Kled decides it's time
high
to
risk, high reward.
charge! Enemies need to protect their backline. Bigger frontline tanks can body block the dynamic duo during their rampage, keeping Kled at a safe distance. When you don't, your squishies will be squashed in an instant. Kled speeds Annie up to promptly delete Caitlyn. Even after the initial barrage, remember that the wake from Kled and Skaarl sticks around for several seconds. Here, Kled runs back in to catch Ziggs, proving once and for all who's the craziest Yordle.
We don't know much about Ziggs, but yeah, Ziggs has bombs, right? So he's probably a little crazy.
Thanks
Cool.
for tuning in to the Kled Champion Spotlight. Charge!
All right, that was. I'm glad we watched that.
Click the links to learn more.
Yeah, I'm glad we watched that. Let's do his theme next. He seems like a really fun player, character to play. And this is my first Yordle that we're reacting to. I see Timo back here. We do want to react to all of the Yordles at some point, but a lot of you recommended Kled, and he seems pretty fun so far. So let's do the theme next. I already had the theme up, so let's go ahead. And so they called them the login screens back, like 5-6 years ago. I think they might have changed them maybe like a few years ago to say that it's the champion theme instead of the login screens. Okay, so it's 3 minutes here. Let's go ahead and give Kled's a listen. My guess, let me try to guess. It's going to be something either like war horns because he loves battle, right? Or yeah, it's going to be war horns. There's got to be war horns involved, right? We'll see. Or war drums. That's a good guess. Oh, I guess we heard it a little bit in the champion trailer. This like kind of whimsical song. It's like kind of fun, which is like his, like he has fun in battle, clearly. And Skaarl's face, I think Skaarl's face is perfect for this song. I want to learn how they met and how they became best friends. Hopefully we learn that in the biography and story that we read next. I also want to know his connection with the other Yordles. I want to know like all of that info, and hopefully we also learn like Yordle stuff just in general. Because I know they live longer, they're generally more powerful than just humans. This is a really good song. Like, I would just jam out to this randomly. Is Skaarl supposed to be distracted by the butterfly? I think so. All right, we gotta slow it down a little bit. I want to take a look. So, okay, what I want to know about his helmet as well, or like his outfit. Maybe we'll learn like if the outfit has any meaning, as well as the weapon. I can't tell what's in his left hand. It almost looks like a little kunai, but can't tell. Wait, also, do all Yordles have super sharp teeth like that? Or is Kled just making a face? It sounds like music to like the intro of a movie or something, I swear. Like, I'm imagining a movie rolling, like showing, you know, the movie name and then like featuring, you know, Edward Norton, Daniel Craig, you know. I can see this music being at the beginning. Yeah, I like that right there. That little theme with the string. It's very good. Cool. know what the symbol is on his helmet either. All right, very good, guys. Let's go ahead and learn more about Kled by looking at his biography page and the story page for Kled. All right, everybody, here we are. We're on Kled's page here. It says, a sane man would run, but I ain't the running kind. Of course, of course. And let's see. A warrior as fearless as he is ornery, the Yordle Kled embodies the furious bravado of Noxus. Many claim Kled has fought in every campaign the war hosts have waged, acquired every military title, and never once backed down from a fight. Though the truth of the matter is often questionable, one part of his legend is always the same. Charging into battle on his untrusty steed, Skaarl, Kled fights to protect what's his and takes whatever else he can get. I'm surprised he fights for Noxus. We'll have to learn why. I guess he probably loves battling, so he's like, yeah, I'll fight for you guys. Why not? And Noxus always is in war or battles all the time. So role is fighter, region is Noxus. Related champions, we have Swain, Darius, and Tristana. So these two make sense with Noxus, right? Tristana being a Yordle. I'm assuming we'll find out maybe what their connection is. And then we have Elise down here as the fourth option. I don't know too much about Elise. I've heard mention of her in some of the previous videos we've watched, but let's go ahead and dive into his biography. Here we go. Let's start off. So, legends of the popular folk hero Kled can be traced back to the founding of Noxus. Wow. And perhaps even further still. He is an icon revered by the common soldiery, which is increasingly a cause of concern to their commanders, for there are some among the war hosts who claim to have literally served beside him. So he's literally he's older than Noxus, the founding of Noxus. Anyways, that's crazy to me. Tall tales such as the Great Hussar's Victory, the return of the High General Marshal Sergeant, and the Mountain Admiral abound, which strongly imply Kled has fought in every campaign ever waged, acquired every military title, never once backed down from a fight. Though the details are often outlandish and contradictory, the essence of the tale remains. Charging into battle on his untrusty steed Skaarl, Kled fights to protect what's his and takes whatever else he can get. In truth, the cantankerous cavalier hails from another land entirely, Bandle City. Okay, that makes sense. As a Yordle, he made his home among the proud Noxide tribes in the wake of the Rune Wars and has never looked back. Okay, so we have his origin a little bit there. So obviously Bandle City because he's a Yordle. But because of the Rune Wars, he made his home with Noxide tribes. Very interesting. The earliest mention of Kled in historical records was at the first battle of Drugne. In the dusty hills of those badlands, the war host of General Zavan was on the run from barbarian foes. Having lost the previous two engagements, morale was low. The supply train had been abandoned in the route, and they were a week's march from the nearest outpost. Zavan, in his spotless armor, seemed more concerned with how this would appear back home than the welfare of his soldiers, and ordered a defensive circle formation to buy himself time to think. Okay, he was being selfish. He didn't care. Then as the morning sun rose, the lone figure of Kled appeared on the hilltop. Mounted upon a desert Drakalops, this warrior's weapon was rusted, his armor worn, his clothes tattered, but contempt and anger burned in his one good eye. I want to learn how he lost his one good eye. Probably just in a battle, right? He bellowed an ultimatum to the barbarian horde, demanding that they leave his lands or be destroyed. However, he did not wait for any response. Spurring his steed and screaming the charge, desperate, starving, and furious with their general, the Noxian warhost's anger ignited at the sight of this act of bravado. They rushed after Kled as he tore into the enemy. What followed was one of the bloodiest melees ever fought on the northern steppes. The initial momentum of the counterattack was crushed beneath a hail of barbarian arrows from higher ground, but Kled fought on even after he was thrown from his saddle and his Drakalops fled. Okay, so there's Skaarl leaving. He always seemed to be at the heart of the battle, chopping down foes, kicking out teeth, and biting faces. Biting faces! Whoa! The bodies piled up around him, and his clothes were soaked with blood. He screamed louder challenges and cruder insults. Clearly, this great warrior was willing to die before ever backing down. So we already kind of have an idea or a gist of like some of his voice lines when we get into that later. It's just going to be a lot of charging, just like probably just anything and everything related to battling for sure. Cowardice can be infectious, but so too can courage. Where the Noxians might have given up and fled for their lives, instead they were inspired to make one last stand. So his charge ability, right? Even Kled's Drakalops returned and crashed into the barbarian's rear guard, snarling and clawing as it dived in to free its master. With his mount again beneath him, Kled became a veritable whirlwind of death, and it was the barbarians who broke and ran. So that's the champion trailer that we watched. That's very cool. Though too few of the Noxian soldiers survived that day for it to be considered a victory, Drugne was contested long enough that word reached the Immortal Bastion and reinforcements were sent. The war ground on for at least another decade until the barbarian leaders sued for peace. Their strength was added to Noxus, and Drugne became a foothold for continued campaigns across Dalamore and the north for many centuries to come. The body of General Zavan and his fine armor was never found. In time, countless other warhorses of the Empire acquired similar stories of Kled. It has long been said that he rides wherever Noxians march, claiming the spoils of war for himself. Okay. Indeed, in their wake, good-humored signs can often be found proclaiming each new territory property of Kled. Very cool. So we're not getting an idea of like his motivations though. Does he just love battle? Like, is he just like having such a good time in battle that he just wants to be in battle all the time? Is it just really fun to him? Because it doesn't seem like we're getting really any idea of his motivation here. It's just he just wants to be in battle. Let's go ahead and read the story. A lot of you have been telling me in the comments on previous videos that I should read the stories, because I can get a little bit more context about the characters. So let's go ahead and read Kled's story. I don't know how long these usually are, but let's go ahead. Because we still need to know, there's still a lot of things I want to know. I want to know how he lost his eye, or, how he got the scar, and then how he met Skaarl. I don't know, maybe this is it. Where the Drakalops roam is the name of this story. The northern steppes ain't the place for fancy undies and golden piss pots. It's tough land, ain't nothing to go here but barbarian raiders, poison grass, and harsh winds. To survive, you gotta eat rocks and crap lava. And I'm the toughest, meanest, killingest bastard in these parts, so I figure that makes these plains mine. But how did I end up here, and why am I alone with your dumb yellow hide? I say out loud, starting it off again. Skaarl snorts her response from the rock she's sunning herself on. Her scales is dark and metal with hints of gold. Ain't nothing can break that Drakalops skin. I've seen a steel sword shatter against her leg. Wow, okay. So we know her. That gives us more info about Skaarl. Her skin is very, strong against even swords. Don't make her farts smell any better, though. Okay, well, she also farts, we found out. I'm calling you a damn coward. You got something to say about that? Grieful Glarg, it says as it looks up and yawns. It was a hooked grouse, no bigger than my hand. And you run, darn dumb, stupid animal. Grieful Glarg? Skaarl asks as it swats the flies away from its half-opened eyes. Oh, good retort. Real funny. Yeah, real funny, right? Ha ha ha. I'm damn tired of your heretical pontifications. I should leave you here to die. That's what I should do. You'd die of loneliness. Hell, you wouldn't last a day without me. Okay, Skaarl lays its head back down on the rock. There ain't no use communicating with her. I should forgive her, but then, and no doubt to mock me, her sphincter splutters rhythmically as she breaks wind. The smell hits me like a frying pan. Okay, this is the first League of Legends story we are reading about a champion. And of course, we're reading about farts in a poetic way. That's it, you bastard. I throw my stinking hat onto the ground and march away from the campsite, swearing I'll never set eyes on that foul-mouthed Drakalops again. Of course, it was my good hat, so I have to trot back and snatch it off the ground. Yeah, keep sleeping, you lazy flap rat, I say as I walk away. I'll do the patrol. Being 10 moons from any farmstead don't preclude doing the patrol. It's my land, and I aim to keep it that way, with or without that treasonish lizard's help. Treasonish. The sun's dragging its way down to the horizon by the time I reach the hills. This time of day, the light plays tricks on you. I meet a snake who wants to discuss pie crust, except it ain't a snake, it's the shadow of a rock. Damn Shane, I have some darn specific notions about pie crust, at least when I remember what they are again. I ain't had a proper conversation about the subject in years. I'm about to take a swig of my mushroom juice and explain my views to the snake when I hear them. Drake hounds howling and braying. It's the sounds those beasts make when they is herding Elmarks. And if there's Elmarks, then there's humans. And those humans is trespassers. Okay, so we have the motivation currently of why he wants to go into battle or charge right now is because he wants to protect his territory. I scramble up a nearby boulder and check north first. The rolling hills of my grasslands is empty, save for the iron butts scattered across the horizon. The braying sounds might be the mushroom juice playing tricks on my head, but then I turn south. Day is about a half day's walk from this hill. 300 Elmarks grazing on my land. Drake hounds circle around the herd, but there's no horses. A few humans walk around them on foot. Humans don't like walking, so it don't take a genius to figure that it must be part of some larger convoy then. Of course, I am a genius, so that was easy to figure. He's not wrong, I guess. My blood begins to boil. That means more damn trespassers disturbing my peace. Here when I was about to have a lovely conversation about pie crust with that snake. I take another sip of mush juice and head back to the campsite. Get up, Blizzard, I say as I grab my saddle. It raises its head, grunts a response, and returns to lying in the cool grass. Get up, get up, get up, I yell. There's trespassers invading the peaceful serenity of our environs. It looks at me blankly. I forget sometimes you don't understand me when I'm speaking. Wait, so they don't understand each other whatsoever? They gotta have some sort of communication back and forth. I buckle the saddle onto its back. There's humans on our land. It stands and its ears perk up nervously. Humans, that word it knows. I jump onto the saddle. Let's get those humans. I roar, indicating our southward destination, but the damn beast immediately starts going north. Wait, I thought they literally had good communication with each other, but turns out not really. No. That's that way. That way, I say, using my reins to pull the cowardly beast back in the right direction. I guess I should have known that though, because the fact that Skaarl just leaves and then like eventually comes back, but the fact that Skaarl just leaves because they get scared is I mean, yeah. Glarg, the Drakalops, cries as it kicks off. In an instant, she's running. The insane speed of it makes my eyes close. Scrub grass whips painfully against my legs. A cloud of dust billows behind us. What would take me half a day of walking is past before I can get my hat tied down. Glorg, the Drakalops, screeches. Now, don't be like that. Weren't you saying you wanted company last night? The sun is just starting to dip below the horizon when we reach the herd. I slow Skaarl to a trot as we approach the humans' campsite. They'd already started a fire and have a stew going. Hold, stranger. Show your hands before you approach, a human in a red hat says, their leader, I figure. I slowly take my hands off the reins, but instead of putting them up, I pull my long axe from its saddle loop. I don't think you understand me, old-timer, the human in the red hat says again. His fellows ready weapons, swords, lassos, and a dozen repeater crossbows. Glorg, Skaarl growls, ready to leave already. I got it under control, I tell my lizard before turning my attention back to the humans. I ain't impressed with your fancy city folk weapons. Now I'm giving you one warning, get off my land or else. Or else what? A younger human asks. You boys best know who you're dealing with, I say. This is Skaarl, she's a Drakalops, and I'm Kled, Lord Major Admiral of the 2nd Legion's Forward Artillery Cavalry Multiplication. What? Several of the humans start snickering. I'll learn them soon enough once I'm done talking. And what makes you think this is your land? Asks the human in the red hat, smirking. It's mine. I took it from them barbarians. It's property of Lord Vakul. He was granted it by the High Command. It's his by rightful dispensation? Yeah. Well, High Command, why didn't you say so? I say before spitting on the ground. The only law a true Noxian respects his strength. He can have it if he can take it from me. You and your pony best be moving on while you still can. I forget sometimes humans don't see us like we see them. It's the last straw, though. Charge, I scream and snap the reins. The Drakalops kicks off and we rush them. I meant to make a clever retort first, but I got ahead of myself. The humans let loose their first volley, but Skaarl raises her ears. Like giant bronze fans, they shield us as the crossbow bolts ricochet off her impenetrable flesh. Wow. Raising her ears and using them as a shield for Kled. That's crazy. She roars happily as we dive through their camp at the leader in the red hat. Swords clang against Skaarl's hide while my axe swings. I turn 2 of them humans into confetti. The bastard in the red hat's quick. He ducks under my blade as we pass by. Another volley of crossbow bolts hits us. Skaarl screams in fear. Damn thing's unkillable and immortal but easily spooked. Yep, problem with magical beasties, they don't make no sense. I yank the reins and we ride back into the middle of the humans. I easily kill the rest of his men, but the red hat bastard's a tough one. My blade slams into him, but the blow clangs dully against his heavy breastplate. That should give him something to think about anyway. Do we know the red hat person? That's when the ballista fires. The bolt is longer than a wagon. It smashes into the Drakalops, knocking my long axe from my hand and sends us rolling to the ground. Skaarl ain't hurt, but she shakes me off the saddle and runs for the hills. You ungrateful bastard, we had the Frasagimps and the Razabuts. I mean to scream more insults, but my words start tripping over themselves. I roll to my feet, dust and grass cover my face. I throw my hat toward the cowardly lizard's path, then turn back to kill the man in the red hat. But behind him on the hill line is another 100 of them humans. Iron warriors, blood runners, and a wagon-mounted ballista. Red-hatted blurf herder brought most of a legion with him. You ain't nothing but a darn sneaky sneak, I scream. You don't look like much, he says, but I guess you're the one who's been giving Lord Vakul's ranchers so much trouble. Vakul ain't no real Noxian. Your lordship can kiss my lizard's puckered mud flap. Maybe I'll let you end your days in Lord Vakul's fighting pits if you can learn to keep your mouth shut. I love Kled's trash talking. It's like a lot of funny words, so it makes it like funny trash talk. Like this right here. I'm going to rip your lips off and use them to wipe my butt. Okay, that's just disgusting. What? Okay, I don't even know if that one's funny. That was just kind of nasty. I guess he don't like that because him and his 100 friends start running at me, weapons drawn. I could run, but I don't. They'll pay dearly to kill me. I was going to say, he's not a runner. Kled doesn't run. He charges into battle. Red Hat's fast. He's nearly on me before I can recover my weapon from the ground. His blade is high. He's got the killing stroke, but I've got my hidden scattergun. The blast sends him to the ground and knocks me back too. I tumble end over end. The single shot buys me some time, but not much. The blood runners are closing fast. Their hooked blades is ready. I'm going to die in this turd stain. Well, if it's my last stand, might as well make it a good one. I dust myself off as the first line of blood runners attacks. I'm carving those dark magical bastards apart, but they're cutting me to ribbons. I'm beginning to tire from the effort and loss of blood. Oh no. Then the Iron Warriors scream their battle cries as they charge in their thick black armor. They've split into 2 groups, doing one of those pinching maneuvers. Plan on using those 2 walls of metal to crush me flatter than a Noxian coin. Damn it. Any hope I got of surviving this, it's gone. And that's when I see her. The most loyal, trustworthy, honorable friend an undeserving bastard like me could ever have. Skaarl. Riding like hell toward me, faster than I've ever seen her run, a rooster tail of dust is shooting up behind her. The damn lizard even picks up my hat on her way to me. I run to her just as those black-clad warriors are about to crush me. Dude, that's so awesome. This is basically just the champion trailer as a story. It's kind of cool. I leap into the saddle and we circle around the Iron Warriors. There'll be time to kill them after we get rid of that ballista. It's been a while since we took on a whole army together, I say. Reeful Glarg, Skaarl screeches happily. Back at you, buddy, I say with a smile wider than a Croxagor's. Cause there ain't nothing I love more than this dang lizard. Very cool. So we didn't really learn like how they met or anything, but we learned a little bit about their dynamic and like, you know, just how they are and interact with each other. And they truly do love each other. Even it's like the perfect like love story of like, you know, of like a couple, right? Who like they love each other, but they have their fights, they have their disagreements. And Kled is just being, you know, kind of a child and being a baby when he's mad at Skaarl. But he was just bored. He was clearly just bored when he was patrolling his land. He's like, I want to patrol. I want to be in battle. So, okay. So, I mean, kind of confirms. Kled is just bored out of his mind when he's not, you know, fighting humans or whoever. He needs to be in battle with Skaarl, having fun. But is this supposed to be Darius? I feel like maybe it's possibly supposed to be Darius, or is it just, no, it's probably not Darius. The person with the red hat. It could just be some just high up general person. But yeah, again, I like their dynamic between him and Skaarl. It's very funny. That he just like yells at her, and like I like that the story also incorporated the gameplay mechanic. It was cool that we watched the gameplay mechanic because I wouldn't have understood the whole Skaarl running and then coming back unless we watched the gameplay mechanic. So that was a good thing that we watched that. Skaarl understands the word humans because they must fight a lot of humans, obviously. He's been in battles since before the founding of Noxus, essentially. That's very interesting. Yordles live a very long time. I don't know how long they live, but a very, very long time. Apparently not everybody knows who Kled is because these humans didn't know who Kled was. But he's kind of like he has some stories that I'm sure like some people know about Kled for sure. I'm sure Darius knows about Kled. Swain must know about Kled because you know they've just been in Noxus. He's a Noxian. He's been in all the Noxian battles before, so they have to know about him. We didn't get the Tristana or Elise connection there, but maybe that'll be in their stories. So I think this was a very good story. I'm gonna keep reading the stories from now on whenever we react to the champion. So last thing we're gonna do now, though, guys, is we're gonna do the interactions, and we'll call it there. Okay. All right, here we go, everybody. Let's go ahead and do a Skin Spotlights Kled interactions video.
Drinking from battle? What kind of dumb crap is that?
That's exactly what I thought Kled would sound like.
Telling people you're a god? Hell, you're barely a paring knife. Something caught in your throat because you sound desperate.
How is he talking trash to Aatrox, man? That's crazy.
You may be from Noxus, but you ain't Noxian. Don't mess with Noxus, brother.
That's so cool that he's like very defensive of Noxus. Oh, here we go, Darius.
I like you, brother. As much as I can like a lily-livered jungle sniffer.
What?
You sure you're Noxian? You look a little Ionian to me.
Bro, you're from Bandle City. You're not even Noxian.
Watch your stepping. That's my land you're gallivanting on.
There you go. That's him defending his land.
He died as dumb as he sounded.
That's
and
not.
He ain't even had the indignity to call himself
demon.
Demon.
That's not something you do to Aatrox, man. You can't be talking
Never
to
had
Aatrox
much
that
to
way.
Say, but I'm sure glad we shut him up.
He's such a strong dude. Okay.
Girl was
Cassiopeia?
all messed up. I mean, before we killed her. Snakes for legs. Crazy. I guess it's snake dinner tonight.
Yeah, this is exactly what I thought Kled was gonna be, for sure.
Was that lady half snake, or that snake half human?
What's with him and snakes?
Confusing.
She is
Dead,
confusing.
but confusing.
Dead, but confusing. Darius, okay.
Hey, lizard food. What
Lizard
exactly
food.
was you general of?
Ooh.
Nice axe. Learn to use it.
For some reason, he reminds me of like a Borderlands
Death by
character or
my
something.
hand. He wanted to unify Noxus. Guess that makes me a secessionist.
Ha.
Kled. Nah, it's just Kled. Who wants some Kled? This is where Kled shines.
I don't know anything about Draven yet.
Skaarl, you eating good tonight. That girl's got some meat on her.
Aha.
And you thought I talked crazy.
Does
I
Kled
gotta
actually
stop the
eat
mushroom
humans?
juice. I swear that girl had some tentacles or something.
Oh, Jen?
Bye-bye, fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Hey, fancy pants. Got your cloak dirty.
Damn, calling Jen fancy
I don't
pants?
know what he was. I just needed him to shut up.
He's a performer. He's an artiste.
I can respect crazy.
Oh, yeah, he's
but
crazy,
what kind
too.
of fool reloads in the middle of a fight?
I mean, you gotta
A
reload at
sinister
some point.
blade? Heck, girl. Skaarl's got farts more sinister than you would.
Oh my god, the farts.
I like a girl with moxie. No, obviously she didn't have any.
Yo,
That's
Skaarl
the
got
nerd
in there.
point.
Skaarl got some voice lines.
Humans is such easy prey. She had one
LeBlanc?
crazy getup. Them city folk clothes is getting ridiculous.
I want to learn about LeBlanc a little bit, too.
Yeah, I'll try it on later.
Eventually.
Go back to Noxus Prime.
Noxus Prime.
All your little city girl dreams just got stomped.
Calling her a city girl.
We wrecked that thing.
Rek'Sai.
Damn varmint left holes all over the yard.
Varmint? Whoa.
Queen of what? Darn thing made Skaarl look smart. Pure Noxian girl. Almost liked her. Almost.
Almost. That's the key.
Seem to have lost your bounce, girl. All that hippie hop getting on my nerves.
Hippie hop. Scion?
How many times do I gotta kill him? I know. Too stupid to live.
Wait, what's
too
the story
dumb to
there?
die.
Is there a story between him and Scion?
I don't think you can eat that one. He looks a little overripe.
Whoa.
Huh. I liked him better when he was alive.
Yeah, see, we don't. There's the connection there we don't know about. Whoa, why does Swain
More
look
like
weird?
bird brain.
Whoa.
Master tactician.
Oh, I just noticed
He
the
can
bird
keep
for
that
Swain.
title.
What is it, crow or ravens? I
He
forget.
gonna taste good deep fried.
Why are we frying
I
Swain?
figure he gonna taste like chicken.
Why are we frying?
Sure.
What? Oh, Tom
Well,
Kench?
that shut him up.
He is a talker.
Finally, some silence.
Yeah. I like the interactions. They're really good for Kled. I think
knew
they're
he was
really.
a liar, cause he used them big words.
He has a lot of interactions with a lot of characters. It's cool.
I've seen some dumb outfits, Skaarl, but a cape made out of knives, woo! That took the cake.
He's calling your
Another
fashion
dead city
terrible,
boy,
Talon.
Thinking he could sneak on my land.
Yeah, okay, so he's like a redneck character, kind of, because he doesn't like the
Let that
city
be
people.
A lesson for all
Clearly.
them sneaky sneaks.
Sneaky sneaks assassins.
Just cause we was kin,
Oh?
don't mean I ain't feeding you to Skaarl. Hey, cuz.
Hey,
Glad you came
cuz.
to visit. A relative's just another unwanted guest.
Whoa.
Afraid I had to cut your visit short.
Savage
You
against the
ain't cute
Yordles.
now. Oh, you were so cute. Before I ripped your fuzzy head off.
Whoa.
I could feel bad about killing you.
But he
or
won't.
we could stomp on your corpse. You was cute. Lousy, but cute.
Okay.
If you run,
Respond to
you won't
enemy
see me
joke.
stab you.
So, that's what's considered funny in the city, huh?
Huh.
If you run, you won't see me stab you.
I got a joke too. It's called me kicking your teeth in.
If you run, you won't see
Yo,
me
Kled's
stab
hilarious.
you.
That it? That was your joke, huh?
He has so many interactions. I love it.
If you run, you won't see me stab
Yeah,
you.
Katarina's jokes are
Was
terrible.
you making fun of my Skaarl?
Oh. Don't make fun of Skaarl. That'll piss him off.
See me stab you.
Real funny. Knew a funny guy in the Draken campaign. Took a javelin in the spine.
Took a javelin
Couldn't
in the
walk after that.
spine.
Used him as a coat rag.
Oh, jeez.
Better dead than dull.
Say that again! I dare you.
These are taunts now.
Better dead than dull.
Them's fighting words! See, Skaarl? That's why I don't like people.
Better dead than dull.
Shut your mouth hole! Them badgers are listening.
Them badgers are listening. What? What is that? Is that from the mushroom juice? Is he losing
I'm
it?
just a Yordle standing in front of you, asking you to shut the hell up!
Oh my god, that's the best line.
Better dead than dull.
Of course you realize this means war.
Oh, of course.
I keep
is this
my
placing a
eyes
ward?
open all the time. I ain't paranoid. I'm ready.
You're paranoid.
Real ready.
He's definitely paranoid.
He's always trying to sneak up on us. Trying, that is.
Okay. Then we got to destroy wards, yeah?
I know
Oh, he's
them
got more.
trespassers is somewhere. Them sneaky sneaks ain't gonna sneak on us. No, sir.
So Kled's got to be a little
It's
bit faster
mine,
than everybody
and
else
I
too
got
because of
my eye
Skaarl,
on
right?
it.
I would imagine. Having a mount makes him a little bit faster than most other
Yeah,
characters.
any of them varmints sneak up on us, we'll know.
Man, he's got a lot of place
It ain't
word dialogue.
paranoia if everyone is out to get you.
That's, you know, you're not wrong, Kled.
Paranoia means having all the facts.
He's a paranoid redneck Yordle
There's
living
no
out
such
in the
thing as
country.
paranoia.
And he's like,
Your worst fears can come true.
hold
at
on,
any moment.
I just realized it's come full circle to me now. Kled is a redneck Yordle who lives in the countryside of Noxus who just wants people off his lawn. Oh my god, how did I not realize? Okay.
Paranoia is just another word for ignorance. Total paranoia is just total awareness.
A lot of paranoia lines.
This is Noxus, son. Winner takes all.
Okay, we got kill any champion interactions.
That'll learn them.
That'll learn them.
Thought you could take my land, huh?
Oh, Talion's
How'd that
another
work
character I
out
want to
for
learn
you?
learn about.
How's that dirt taste? Don't worry, Skaarl. We'll come back so you can eat them later. Whoops! Looks like I accidentally stabbed you with my long
Who's that
axe.
Ninja
I
Turtle
tell
looking
you
character?
what, Dad. You were a visitor, now you're mulch.
Now you're mulch.
Skaarl, that was what we call a predictable scenario.
I like that one.
I told them what was gonna happen if they came onto my land.
He
Next
did.
time you
He
visit,
actually did.
Bring more stuff I can take.
Yeah, you know what? If you're gonna invade his land, you might as well bring more stuff.
Lizard riding bandito.
Oh, there we
But I'll
go.
whoop
There we go. That's what he is. He's a deranged lizard riding bandito. There you go.
you real good.
At least he's self-aware.
Now I might have overreacted to you unlawfully entering my property.
Oh, here we go.
But I don't think so.
But I don't think so.
I warned him. I did warn him.
He's not wrong. He warns them. If you're on my yard or in my
It's
yard,
funny,
you gotta
'cause
go.
He died right on the border of my land and more of my land. Glad you could visit. Don't let the door hit you on your way to hell. They never learn.
I love how he's screaming when he does these
Trying
lines.
to bushwhack a bushwhacker. That learned him real good.
Dude, he's so funny.
We didn't come here to teach lessons in humanity. Y'all made a nice stabbing bag.
Stabbing bag.
Killing makes me thirsty.
Oh?
Nothing like a river of blood to send a message. You know, a long time ago, being crazy meant something.
Now everybody's crazy. Okay, let's roll it back here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it took me literally to the end of this reaction video to finally figure out what Kled is. But yeah, he's essentially just a crazy redneck Yordle. You know, who wants people off his lawn, but he also like enjoys getting people off his lawn. It's not like he doesn't enjoy it. And then he drinks mushroom juice, which I'm going to assume is, you know, moonshine, right? It's like his moonshine. Very cool. And he also doesn't live with the other Yordles, right? He doesn't like city folk. He makes a lot of city folk lines. And then he talks about, you know, his land a lot, which we're going to call his lawn and whatnot. And just people keep getting on his lawn, and he keeps killing them because they're just getting on his property. He's like, don't get on his property, guys, and then you'll be fine. And he does warn you, just like, you know, the sign of like, you know, you stay off my lawn, or, you know, or I'll shoot you or whatever. He warns them. He's letting you guys know, don't invade his lawn, or his land. Very cool. Kled is the first Yordle we've reacted to. I want to react to all of the Yordles. How many Yordles do we have? Off the top of my head, I feel like it's no more than 10. I'm not gonna try to name all of them because I would just look like a fool, but I don't think there's like a crap ton, right? Are they planning on making more Yordles? I imagine they are, right? We got Heimerdinger that was in the Arcane show that I obviously know about. There weren't any other Yordles in the Arcane show, right? And I don't think there was any mention of other Yordles either. So all we have is Heimerdinger. And that's another reason why I know Yordles can live a long time. I think there was another video that we might have learned that in, but in Arcane, Heimerdinger's like, I'm 100 and some years or whatever when he's talking to Jace. And Jace is only like 20 years old or something. And Heimerdinger, I don't know if Heimerdinger is considered old at that age, but anyway, interesting character that we have in Kled. I'm going to assume that he is like no other character. That's the very cool thing. Like 160 characters in League of Legends, 160 plus. And while some have some similarities, there are also very unique characters. Like we just reacted to Jhin recently. Jhin and Kled, completely different characters. Kled is not going to be like any of the other Yordles. I don't even think the other Yordles will be that similar to each other. I'm sure they have lots of different personalities and things to them that we're going to learn about. So you guys let me know in the comments any other things that I might not know about Kled and his relationship to Skaarl, or if there's been some changes to his gameplay. Since the gameplay video we watched, he's like a 6-year-old character, right? I don't know how often League of Legends is changing characters. I use Overwatch as an example of what I use. Like they will change Overwatch characters sometimes pretty drastically to make it so their abilities are completely different, even in a sense, right? So I don't know if that's a thing that's in League of Legends, and they do it for balance reasons. I imagine League of Legends would do it as well. Like if an ability is just too overwhelming that they like take an ability away from a character, or if they completely change the ability for a character. I imagine it's really hard to balance a game with 160 plus characters, right, with abilities. So let me know if Kled's changed a little bit with his gameplay. I also like to know, let me know like what his tier is in terms of like being a playable character in League of Legends. I always like to know that. He seems like he's a really fun character. As well, you know, his ultimate, like I said, it seems like a high risk, high reward kind of ability, but it seems like it could be really good for charging in your teammates into a battle or something. So I imagine it's pretty good. I don't think I've seen too much League of Legends pro gameplay, so I couldn't tell you if I've seen a Kled player or anything like that. Also, let me know his power level compared to, say, like he was trash talking Aatrox. Aatrox could obviously take this dude out, right? In a real battle. But let me know. You know, Yordles seem to be obviously stronger than most humans, but you know, there's some rare exceptions. I feel like some humans are probably pretty strong, but Kled is probably pretty high up there, or maybe middle of the pack when it comes to power level. I think in Necrit's power level video, he seemed like he was probably middle of the pack, or maybe like a little bit above middle of the pack. So let me know all about that. Let me know anything that you guys love about Kled. Let me know things you might hate about Kled, anything like that that I should know. And please let me know who I should react to next. I think on the docket, we have quite a few. We have Kale and Morgana. We have Pyke has been suggested because that'll learn a little bit more about Bilgewater. I'm not quite sure. Oh, Urgot. Urgot's been mentioned quite a bit. I should react to him probably next. So again, guys, thank you for all the love and support on these videos. Make sure to like the video so it gets put in the algorithm and it allows other people to see the reaction, and it helps me out a lot. So please like the video. I'd appreciate it. And subscribe if you are enjoying these reactions. We're going to be doing reactions for all the characters. We're going to react to any new League of Legends content that comes out in the future. Who knows? I may eventually play League of Legends. You guys probably don't care about that. You guys are, a lot of you are telling me to actually not play League of Legends. You know, just enjoy the lore and the story. So I'll try to do my best to just do that. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Peace.